What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. And I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. Go read through a schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we will be getting things started. We'll be starting off with this first video here titled, Could Drivers See In-Car Ads in the Future? So I don't know if you hooligans got brand new cars that got the big old computer in the center console and all that. Well, now you're going to see advertisements. Lucky you. They got to monetize everything. Then we got a video titled, South Florida Reacts to Trump Signing Order Designating English as the Official Language of the U.S. I don't really think this is that damn important, but it's all right. Most of us speak English anyways, so it'll work out. Then we got a video titled, Mexico extradites 29 cartel leaders to the U.S. Now, I have no idea why this is happening. I just don't. It sounds good, but why? Now we got to house 29 people for the rest of their life in prison. I don't know why we're paying for that. I just don't get it, but either way, it's happening. Then we got a video from Pam Bondi titled Pam Bondi on Stonewalled. Epstein files. I keep saying there has to be more. She's trying to reassure us that we will see all the documents, not just the Epstein stuff, but MLK and whatever else we were promised. She's trying to reassure us that we are going to see what they promised us. Then we got a video titled South Carolina Congressman proposes putting President Trump on the $250 bill that doesn't quite exist yet. We were kind of mentioning this in the chat yesterday, so I figured we'd find a video for it. Then we got a plethora of videos from the bilateral meeting earlier today. I was going to cover the bilateral meeting, but it was 2.5 hours late, and I had other things I wanted to do today, and so I had to go do the thing because I couldn't wait any longer. And then, of course, when I left, then they started playing the pre-recorded video because it was not aired live, and man, was it a shit show. I was all ready to show the what do they call it? The press conference that was going to be with Zelenskyy and President Trump, but that didn't happen. And then they were putting together some sort of press briefing. Fox was live. There was people in the press room, and then all of a sudden they just ended the live. And so I guess they never did the press briefing, but that's okay. Like I said, we got a plethora of videos here from the bilateral meeting. The first one is titled, President Trump greets President Zelenskyy at the White House and then smokes him on his outfit. Then Brian, once they're inside the Oval Office, Brian asks Zelenskyy, do you own a suit? And then we have a video, Zelenskyy loses self-control during today's bilateral meeting with President Trump and J.D. Vance. And then we have President Trump kicks Ukrainian President Zelenskyy out of the White House after intense meeting. And then we have President Trump's statement after canceling the press conference with Zelenskyy. Then we will be moving away from the bilateral meeting into our last little bit of the news for the day. This is titled, Bodycam footage shows police fatally shooting the J6er Matthew Huddle, I think is how you say his name. He was killed by an officer. We kind of covered this a couple of weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago or something like that. We heard a J6er was killed by a deputy. Very little information on it. They didn't know why he was pulled over. They said he had a firearm on him, but they didn't know what that meant. He resisted arrest, but they didn't know what that looked like. And the officer killed him, and nobody knew why. Well, they released the body cam footage, and now all of those questions have been answered. And I kind of want to say it's everybody's fault that was involved, but either way, we got the video on it, and now we know what happened to Matthew Huddle. Then we'll be moving on to our fun stuff for the day. We will be opening today's door from the Advent calendar that was sent to us by Josh1776. And then we got two funny videos of the day. First one's titled, Get Out, Little Fella. And then our official funny video of the day is titled, The New FAFOEO. All of that is coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Snooks? What's up, Russell? What's up, Turbo? What's up, Matt Rogers? What's up, Tin Man? What's up, Zero? What's up, Sam? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Sawdog, you were first today. I appreciate you racing the chat, Sawdog. What's up, Tree Herder? What's up, Rappy? What's up, Ghostly? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Tony Rez? What's up, Sage Pup? Happy freedom to you. What's up, B Hendrix? What's up, Shroomish? Let me see here. I think we got everybody. Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on Rumble. Hit that like button. See if you can get us on the front page. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? What's up, Cashflow? What's up, Viola? Happy freedom to you. Zelenskyy, FAFO. Way to go, Trump. Yeah, Cashflow. It was pretty entertaining earlier. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? Matt Rogers, you are truly omnipresent. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Karma? What's up, Tori Wayne? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on the Commie platform? Matt Rogers, you are truly omnipresent, and you were first over here. What's up, Tyson? What's up, Sassy Patriot? What's up, JP? Mr. Saden, you were omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Magic Moon? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Vinny C? What's up, Detroit River? What's up, Silent Shadow? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Ball? Happy freedom. Thank you for joining us. What's up, Yukon Man? What's up, Miss Gen X? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Jeff Reynolds? Thank you for joining us. What's up, Rhonda? And what's up, Tim? Happy freedom to you. You hooligans are welcome to hit that like button over on the Commie platform as well. And what is up, everyone over on X, as the chat loads? Happy freedom, you hooligans. All right, we're going to be getting into things. Like I said, this first one's titled, Could Drivers See In-Car Ads in the Near Future? Now, I'm not going to see this inside my Subaru because it's an '09, and, well, the most technological advanced thing in there is my... It's not even a CD player. I was going to call it a CD player. It's not even a CD player. Don't play CDs. It's a Bluetooth radio, and it identifies my car as the Muff Eater Supreme. So if you're ever riding with me, just know you're styling. Either way, before we get into this video, I want to remind you hooligans really quick that we have these epic winning t-shirts, or this design rather. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting his link in all of the chats for you hooligans to have the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now, this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, dog tags, and we even made tumblers out of this design. Today I got on the plain Jane Jeff Mac t-shirt. We got lots of items and lots of designs over on the merch store. I'll be dropping all the links in the chats while we're watching this first video.
Imagine you're driving in your car and an ad pops up on your dashboard. It could be closer to reality than you think it is. So Stellantis customers say advertisements flashed on their Jeep center console screen offering extended warranties. The Jeep-owning company says it was a glitch, it was an isolated incident, but customers reported incidents like this, as far as 5 years back. So what if all new cars started displaying pop-up ads? Elizabeth Pran joins us live from Atlanta with the very latest. Elizabeth, is this going to be a regular thing? And also, to your point, a safety thing?
Right. I'll tell you what, no car manufacturer wants to sell me their car with some pop-up ads because it's going to be right back in the service center. But last year, Ford filed a patent to essentially patent ads coming into your car. So how are cars doing it now? Different manufacturer. They're going through Sirius XM. So it sounds a little bit like Back to the Future vibes, right? You're driving and you get this extended warranty ad. So this is what it looked like if you do drive a Jeep. This is what they alleged, that they were getting this extended warranty ad. It would pop up. They would have to find that small X in the right-hand corner, or they could use the Bluetooth option to connect. So essentially sort of like OnStar, and they would get an agent to buy whatever they were selling. We did a little bit of digging because, as you mentioned, Jeep did deny this, denied it being a regular thing. Let me read you the statement. That way you can have all of the material for yourself. They said in part, this is an isolated incident affecting fewer than 10 vehicles at this time. Our customer care teams have reached out to every customer affected, and our dedicated software teams are fixing this glitch. But if you look at a Wired magazine piece, Stellantis says that they do, in fact, admit to in-vehicle promotions. They do it a couple times a year. Dodge is another manufacturer. We did speak with one expert who said this might be the new normal. They want to keep the bottom line down, so they want to keep your cars affordable, but of course, this is direct to consumer. They want to sell you whatever they can, right? It's a business model. Safety experts are definitely sounding the alarm. Listen, you have between 1,000 and 3,000 semiconductors in a brand new vehicle, which is all data going from the consumer to the manufacturer. They can sell you everything. They know exactly what you're doing in your vehicle. So is it a good business model? Sure, but is it safe? Well, I guess that's up to the consumer.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to...
Well, it's not being mass produced yet, so, I know you guys are like, dang, I want my pop-up ads while I'm driving. It's nothing like having some road rage and go to look at the GPS and now you got to clear the ads off the screen. More ads. That'll make everyone happier. When do you think the ad blockers will come out for cars? I mean, you got to go ahead and install the ad blockers so the Chevy's not trying to get a hold of you about your extended car warranty. I don't know. It doesn't sound like a good idea to me. That's on top of all the other changes they want to make for vehicles, like the automated assisting braking or whatever that we covered not that long ago. So if a car gets in front of you, it'll brake automatically. I guess some vehicles already have that feature. And we've also covered where cars will be able to detect if you are inebriated. It will sample the air in your vehicle to see if you have alcohol on your breath and other things like that. And I don't know, none of these features sound good to me on top of electric cars themselves. We all know it's all about control. Next up, South Florida reacts to Trump signing order designating English as the official language of the U.S. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about cars potentially having pop-up ads right there on your dashboard. What's up, Josh1776? Happy freedom to you. Josh1776, how long until it doesn't let you use your brakes until you watch the 15 ad? Or just imagine they won't let you start the car. You get in, you put the key in, or you hop in with your little key fob and the car knows that you're there. You got to sit there through a 2.5 minute ad before they let you start the vehicle. You know they're going to do goofy shit like that, like it's Twitch. Sam, I'm just not buying anything like that now, just saying. Yeah, I don't want all high-tech crap. I'll just stick with the Subaru. Matt Rogers, video players normally don't play if a vehicle's... Wait a minute. If the vehicle... Oh, in the vehicle unless it's in park. I didn't know that. That's a good idea, though. Josh1776, I'd drive the car through the dealership saying I was distracted by the ad. Yep, I mean, it's their fault. What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy freedom to you. Josh1776, when I was at the dealership, there was a guy who had a Chevy that wouldn't let him do the speed limit because of the geo map had it at 20 miles an hour lower, and it wouldn't let him go 10 over. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. All the new cars got all that technology in them, and I don't know. You know how technology is. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It's only good while it works, and then, 80% of the time it don't work. So that's how it goes. What's up, MU? Happy freedom. What's up, Ghostly? Kevin, did you get the weather warning? No, I didn't know we had a weather warning. I'll check it in a second, though. Fanatical, South Florida has street signs in Spanish. Yeah, they're going to show a business. I don't even remember what it is. An automotive shop or something where the whole sign is in Spanish. I don't know. I wouldn't go anywhere where I couldn't read the damn signs. Like, I don't know. I'd feel like I ain't supposed to. It ain't meant for me. I don't speak the language. What's up, Hooligans Island? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Stoner? Hidu, happy freedom to you. This meeting with Zelenskyy is exactly what I voted for. It is very entertaining. I know that. Tony Rez, when your car's sensors have sensors, you may need to dial it back. Yeah, and the sensors are trash. That's the biggest problem with most vehicles. You'll have some goofy sensor get dirty or break or go bad for whatever reason, and now the car just doesn't function properly, and then you gotta go pay $300 to get it fixed. Stupid. What's up, Seppa? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mary Todd? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Cerebrus? Happy freedom. What's up, Squid? What's up, Lopez? Happy freedom. Lawsuit waiting to happen. You're on the way to the hospital for an emergency and you have to listen to 2-minute commercial. Shake my head. Yeah, and you know that they're going to do that because you're not going to look at the ads. You're just going to skip by them. So then they'll penalize you somehow. That's why they do it on YouTube and Twitch, and I think even Rumble's like that now. They put an ad on there and you don't have a choice but to watch the damn thing, or else you can't use the platform. You're being penalized unless you watch the stupid ads. So they're going to do the same thing in the car. What's up, Damon Walker? Happy freedom to you. Well, at least they're only giving you ads and not AIDS. No, AIDS comes later. They advertise to you until they take all your money. Then they give you the AIDS. What's up, Mike Ingalls? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Cosmic Squirrel? What's up, Party Rock? What's up, Proud Patriot Girly? Happy freedom. Tony Rich over here on X. I appreciate you. Josh 1776. Yeah, I told you yesterday I cracked open the graham cracker and it's fantastic. Alright, hooligans, we're going to move forward. Like I said, this next video is South Florida reacts to Trump signing order designating English as the official language of the U.S. Alright, now before we get into this, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Well, under this new order, agencies will have the flexibility to decide how and when to offer services in languages other than English. And of course, we have team coverage on this executive order making English the official U.S. language.
Local 10's Janine Stanwood is live in Little Havana with reaction. Janine.
Here in Miami-Dade County, and especially in Little Havana, most people speak Spanish. In fact, a lot of business is done in another language, not English. Take a look. That's a auto upholstery shop right there, but its main sign is in Spanish. Still, some of the people who we met today say they are just fine with the order. Take a listen.
I think that's a good idea. I mean, Miami is made out of Latinos, so they should be able to speak a different language. But I think, yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Kind of a universal language spoken all over Europe, a lot of places. I don't see what the problem would be. I mean, it's the predominant language in this country, so what would be the issue against it?
There are still a lot of questions, though. One thing we don't know is how would this affect local governments that do some of their business in other languages as well, or at least translate from English to, say, Creole or Spanish, especially here in Miami-Dade County. A lot of questions. We're working to get those answers. We'll let you know when we have them. We're in Little Havana. I'm
Well, I don't really understand how this is going to affect local government. I don't really think it matters that much. And why do we have local government doing shit in other languages? I understand if they're translating, right? We got something in English and then you translate it so someone who doesn't speak English can read the shit. But I don't know why we would have local government that only speaks in another language. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't know if we're going to have a follow-up to this or not, but I'm sure in the next 24 hours the liberals will find out what President Trump just did, and they'll be calling him a racist again. Next up, Mexico extradites 29 cartel leaders to the U.S. Now, this is kind of a confusing thing because I don't know why we got to take care of these people. I don't get it. We got bad guys here that need to be arrested that aren't being arrested. So why the hell are we taking on 29 cartel leaders just to prosecute them in Brooklyn or Manhattan or something like that? Then we're going to have to pay for them to die in prison. And it's like, I don't understand why we're doing that, but maybe you guys know. Either way, it's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump making English the official language of the U.S. Russell, I'm tired of hitting one for English. Yeah, I suppose. Turbo, you cracking me up. That's another $1,000 fine. I know, I thought she was looking kind of zesty chest there. Gotta be careful, Turbo. Ohio's watching. They're watching. Yes. Kevin, is windy where you are? It's windy here too. Oh, let me see if I can show you guys. I had an incident earlier. So I was traveling, and these state boys started swarming across the road. I thought they were gonna shut the whole road down, but actually, hold up. Let me see how to do this. Yeah, make this full screen. Come on, I want to zoom in. How do I do it? It's not gonna let me do it, damn it. What the hell? Let me see if I can figure out how to do this, because if I zoom in, you're gonna see there's almost like a standoff situation that happened right in front of me. Let me see. It was a super crazy situation. Come on, computer. You guys just reminded me of this too. Pop up. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'm going to put it on full screen. So anyways, like I was saying, I was driving back to the house because I found out that President Trump and them decided to go live. And these state boys started swarming. And I thought they were going to shut the road down so that truck on the right there, because they were right in front of me. And I was like, what the hell are they doing? Well, they all got out of the car and they swarmed over to this guy here in this white hoodie. This guy, some Mexican dude walking down the street with a backpack. And I snapped this photo and I sat there and watched them surround this guy. And by the time I pulled in the road, they all drew their weapons and made him get down on his knees with his hands behind his head with guns pointed to his face. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what he did wrong. But state boys don't just do that around here in the middle of nowhere of Michigan. But see, what they really messed up is FedEx was right here, and that's the real criminal. Fuck FedEx. They suck ass. So they really kind of let the bad guy go. But either way, that's what I was doing instead of being live with President Trump. Anyways, moving forward. What's up, SOS? Happy freedom to you. Kevin Jeff is an incident. Yeah, it's true. It is true. Happy accident. Decaf, you had an accident. It's no surprise. I wouldn't tell, okay? I don't shit and tell. Happy freedom to you, Decat. Stoner, you got to yell gun. No, they would have shot me in the face immediately. He has a gun. They're like, where? Smoke me out right in the Subaru. Nah, it's not an honorable death. It's not how I'm going to go. I'm getting hit with the heart attack gun by Hillary. I already know. I called it. I called it like 2 years ago. Josh, you didn't see that dick pic? No, you didn't. What's up, J Spray? Happy freedom to you. Josh 1776 and the FedEx guy crossed the double yellow line to pass. That's a ticket, and they just let him go. You know, they sympathize with FedEx criminals. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Let's go, Brandon. Acorn! Yeah, exactly. I'm not yelling shit at the cops. Shoot me right in the face. Yeah, I don't know if they were busting him because he was an illegal or if he had maybe threatened somebody. Maybe he pulled a weapon on somebody because they were not screwing around. I thought they were shutting the road down. Like, they just started doing this shit with their lights on. And I was like, what the hell? And we all started pulling over. And they surrounded that guy. I was like, who the fuck is that? Wiggly Tough, fuck FedEx. I agree. They're terrible. They're terrible. Them and the USPS. Tony Rich, delivery privilege. That's what I'm saying. Tory Wayne, they never buzz. Just leave my stuff at the front door. And we have high theft here in the apartments. And they don't care. See, I have the opposite problem, Tory Wayne. They come to my house, they leave a stupid sticker on the door, they never ring the buzzer, and they won't leave my package because they're worried that theft is going to happen. But I'm the youngest person on the property by 50 years. Nobody's stealing my package. I would knock on every door on the property before I let somebody steal my package. And they won't ring the buzzer. And how am I supposed to let them in or know they're there if they don't ring the damn buzzer? And I always have to call, and they send me to China, and I'm like, listen, and, you know... Hate it. I gotta cuss out the little Chinese woman. It's not her fault that their drivers are idiots. Drives me crazy. What's up, Scott? Happy freedom to you. What's up, time travel? Happy freedom to you. Oh yeah, time travel. Yeah, we got it. We got lots of clips from the bilateral meeting. It's a good time. What's up, William? Happy freedom to you. Hooligans Island, the package privilege. That's what I told her. I told her she's got package privilege. Just hold on to this. Non-woke, everything's making sense again. I know. It's nice. Well, hooligans, we're going to go ahead and move forward. This next one is Mexico extradites 29 cartel leaders to the U.S. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you would like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Now let's get into this. I'm a little confused by this. This is kind of like a show of force or a show of power or something, but all I'm seeing is that there's 29 people being extradited here to America so we can try them in court in New York, and then we're going to store them here in our prisons where taxpayers will pay for these people to live there until they die. 29 of these people. I don't understand why we got to do that. Now, I don't think that's the point of the story, and maybe you guys can fill in the blanks, but that's all I'm wondering while I'm seeing this. Once again, this is titled Mexico extradites, I put extra syllables in there. Mexico extradites 29 cartel leaders to the U.S. Hit that like button if you got a like button, and let's get into this.
To a Fox News alert today, 2 of the 29 cartel members who were just extradited to the U.S. from Mexico, including one accused of killing a DEA agent back in 1985, will appear in a New York court today.
Chanley Painter is here with all the details for us. Chanley?
Hey, good morning. So at least 2 of those defendants will be arraigned today in Brooklyn federal court, according to Reuters, including a drug lord who is alleged to have been among those responsible for the murder of a U.S. DEA agent, Enrique Kiki Camara, in 1985. This comes as Mexico on Thursday handed over 29 high-profile drug cartel members to the United States as part of an unprecedented extradition as the Trump administration ramps up pressure on drug trafficking organizations, illegal immigration, and fentanyl production. According to prosecutors, the prisoners face charges related to drug trafficking and, in some cases, homicide, among other crimes. And among them are members of 5 of the 6 Mexican organized crime groups designated earlier this month as foreign terrorist organizations by the Trump administration, guys.
Chanley, thank you very much.
Okay, so like I'm saying, they're extraditing these 29 cartel leaders here to be tried in New York. But if they're, I just don't get why. It seems like a waste of money. Like I said, we got illegals here that we ain't even done arresting yet. We got politicians that are standing in the way of mass deportation. They're not being arrested. Those pro-Hamas protesters in those schools that we covered that are also teaching illegals to evade ICE, they're not being arrested. So why are we wasting tax dollars to have 29 people sent over here so we could try them in court? And I see people in the chat saying, well, they might be here for the death penalty. That's still money we got to spend. What is us smoking them? How is that different than Mexico smoking them? Why do we got to spend money on that? We're in the middle of shipping people out of the country who aren't supposed to be here, and meanwhile we're going to ship a couple of them in. Why? I don't get why. It seems like it's just so we can go on TV and go, look at what we did. We took 29 illegals and we put them down. That's real accountability. No, that's not accountability. That's not shit. We're bringing outsiders in here to waste tax dollars on whatever the fucking agenda is with that. Why don't we do something about the people we have here that are problems? This does not do anything for us. It might look good on TV, but I don't understand what the real purpose of this is. If we are going to smoke them, why not just tell Mexico, send us the pictures. Send us the video when you're done with it. Why spend the money to bring them over here so we got to do it? I just don't get that. And if they're not getting smoked, right, they're not getting the death penalty, then, like I said, they're going to live in prison for how many ever years, and we got to pay for that. Why? I don't understand what the point of that is. Just to look powerful? I don't think we need those kind of gimmicks. Either way, next up, we got Pam Bondi on stonewalled Epstein files, saying, I keep saying there has to be more. Now, she's going to be reassuring us that we are going to get these Epstein files, as well as MLK and all those other files that we were promised. It's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you Hooligans think about these 29 cartel leaders that are being extradited to the U.S. What's up, guess Happy freedom to you. Turbo might keep them from running business from inside Mexico prisons. I guess, I suppose. I bet there's cartel here, though. Turbo, but that's fair not to want them here. That's Mexico's problem. Yeah, I feel like there's just parts of the story. I'm sure that there's some purpose for this, but I feel like that news article didn't really hit the nail on the head. Guess has to be more, said every woman I've ever met. Jesus loves us, guess You ain't got to call me out like that. Yeah, Zero. But that's what I'm saying. They could just send us the video and save us the money. Russell, due to the corruption in Mexico jails, it's better that they're here. I don't know. It seems like a waste of money. Josh, 1776. All these people look like they've been sitting in prison for a while. Yeah, they said that one guy's been sitting there since like the 80s or something like that. Russell, most of the people are up for the death penalty. Stoner to get waterboarded and shit. I mean, yeah, you know how things go here. Maybe they're going to Gitmo. Maybe, but still, we're paying for that. I don't get it. Sage Pop, maybe they're using cartel guys as bargaining chips later. I mean, I could see that. What's up, Rip Curl? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Tree Herder? Stoner, they broke the law here. I mean, I guess that makes sense. If they broke the law here, they'd have to be back here to get tried. DCAT, I think it should be free speech every day, but that's my opinion. We don't have enough hooligans over on Rumble, otherwise it would be. SEPA to extract info? Could be. That could be. Cerebra, so much corruption in Mexico. At least they'll stay in the shade and not selling dope. Besides, Mexico's trying to score brownie points with the tariffs. Yeah, and see, and that's what I figured it was too. Them, a form of them playing ball with President Trump. Especially after President Trump kicked Zelenskyy out of the White House today. I bet a lot of foreign leaders saw that and they probably felt some type of way. What's up, McBeefy? Happy freedom to you. McBeefy, I would say it's because if they were in Mexico, they would probably escape. I mean, I could see that. They were doing that with El Chapo. Couldn't even lock him up because they would just dig tunnels and go and rescue him. What's up, Magasense? Happy freedom to you. Americans love paying to feed and house criminals for life. I mean, it seems that way. Magic Moon, show the Zelenskyy clip. Yeah, I am at the end. What's up, Barbara? Happy freedom. We can't prosecute them at all if they aren't here, so probably people just want justice for whoever they killed. I mean, I guess. It could be. You know, like I said earlier, I guess that we can't try them if they're not here. So if they did break our laws, then they would have to come back for us to try them. It just still sucks that we're going to be housing them. Chances are they're not going to be put down. I mean, they didn't say anything about death penalty. We're just speculating that they're getting death penalty. There's a real reality that 29 people is going to be burning tax dollars. So we'll see. Vinny C. Trump wants them to face American justice for killing Americans. They won't face any justice in America. Yeah, I could see that. Scott, like the cartels aren't going to have connections in our prisons. Yeah, and I bet there is. Just like any other gang. It's like we catch cartel, where they go? They go to lockup. You get enough of them, now they're a gang in lockup. So it's, you know, like we were saying with, what is her name? Laken Riley's killer. Right, he got sentenced. He's supposed to go to prison and all that, and people were like, yeah, justice. But then I was like, you understand that in prison that there's probably more illegals and they all behave like that. So when he goes into prison, they're going to put him with the others that are like him, where he will be celebrated for what he did, because everyone was under this influence that he was going to go to prison and get dealt with like he was a pedophile. But that's not what's going to happen. He's going to be around people that are just like him, who behave just like him, who will celebrate him for his behavior. He's going to look like a cool guy in prison. He's going to be totally safe. The only way he's not is if the COs get bored and they want to run a UFC match in the showers in the middle of the night. That's the only way. Otherwise, he's going to be totally safe around a bunch of people that are just like him. Now we're going to bring in 29 of the same kind of people? Well, we'll see if they get justice or if they get to play clubhouse for the next 30 years in our prisons. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. Thank you so much, Guess Some J, for that $10 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Guess Some J. Thank you so much. It says, roses are red, so is my bike. Now be a good sport, and please hit the like. Bars. I love that. Thank you, Guess Some. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, this next one's Pam Bondi. It's titled Pam Bondi on Stonewalled Epstein Files, saying, I kept saying there has to be more. Now again, in this video, she's going to be reassuring us that we are going to get the files as promised. And it wasn't that she tried to trick us with these binders, but they were tricked themselves. That's the claim. Either way, before we get into it, I want to remind you hooligans really quick that my birthday is coming up. So if you would like to send me something for my birthday, we will be doing a birthday unboxing on March 11th. So you are welcome to use the wish list link or the P.O. Box link if you would like to send me something for my birthday and be a part of the birthday unboxing. Now, if you do grab something from the wish list, it will be sent to me automatically, and you do not have to worry about addresses or anything. It will make it here all on its own. But if you would like to use the P.O. Box address, please send me a message to let me know when I need to go to the post office so I can pick it up. You don't have to send me the tracking number if you don't want to. Just let me know, hey, it's supposed to be here on this day or something along those lines. And that way I'll pick it up. Because if it sits at the post office longer than 3 days, they will try to send it back to you. They will not notify me. They will not answer my phone calls. There is no automated service for me to know, and it's 60 miles away. So the best option is if you send something to the P.O. Box, just let me know. Send me an email, write me a DM, tell me in the chat, whatever it takes. Just let me know. Either way, we got like 10 days or something. That's not quite. Yeah, 12 days or something like that until my birthday. So don't wait. We got to deal with the mail system, and you know how that goes. Anyways, moving forward, like I said, we got Pam Bondi. This is titled Pam Bondi on Stonewalled Epstein Files. I kept saying there has to be more. Hit that like button if you got a like button, and let's get this rolling.
We're here with, and I'm very excited about this, Attorney General Pam Bondi, a good friend, especially a good friend of my wife, but a wonderful lady, a great lawyer. Welcome to the program, Madam Attorney General. I want to get into this Epstein thing a little bit. I think the American people are very curious about who's on this list, or these lists. You have been doggedly trying to get all the information. And now we learn, thanks to you, that you've been stonewalled by people in New York. Do you want to explain that?
Yes, Mark. So as you know, we released about 120 pages of documents, and I started asking for these documents right when I came into office and before Kash Patel was in there. So I ended up getting about 120 pages. We carefully redacted them, of course, to be sure the 254 young girls, women who are victims of sex crimes and sex trafficking, their personal information was redacted and out of there to protect them. So I'm going through it and I kept saying, there has to be more, there has to be more. I'm assured that's it. Kash asked the same questions. Assured there's no more. I found out, this week that a source told me New York, SDNY, they're sitting on thousands of pages of documents regarding Epstein. Thousands. And of course, you've seen the very strong letter. We will get everything. We will have it in our possession. We will redact it, of course, to protect grand jury information and confidential witnesses. But the American people have a right to know. And Donald Trump is the most transparent president in our nation's history. So not only will America get the full Epstein files, they will get JFK, they will get Martin Luther King.
Okay, like I said, Pam Bondi trying to reassure us that we will get the documents that we were promised, and not just the Epstein ones, but MLK and whatever else we were promised. Now, that's kind of bold statement after they made all that excitement yesterday just for it to turn out to be nothing. And it's really crazy because once they came out with those redacted documents, and we covered that yesterday during the live, while I was scrolling through Twitter and raising awareness to all of this, there was a lot of people breaking out the same exact documents that were not redacted. They were unredacted because they originally were coming out into the public unredacted years ago. So now if you go on X, you can find all kinds of posts, and I reposted a lot of them yesterday, where it's side-by-side comparisons of the documents released yesterday and documents released like 3 years ago. And it's the same exact documents, except for the ones 3 years ago don't have the big blocks of ink, redacting everything. So it's worse. Literally what they gave us yesterday is worse than what we already had access to. And I don't think that looked very good. And I was saying that yesterday, and it sucks because they're like, well, it's only phase 1. That's only phase 1. When you get phase 2, you're going to feel differently. Well, yeah, half the people are going to tune in for that. Everybody got real excited about phase 1, and you burned them. You played them like a fool. So when phase 2 comes out, people are going to hear that, and they're going to be like, yeah, whatever. And that's what's going to happen. So now they hurt their awareness because they did that little stunt there. Now, I think that they knew. How did they hand over binders to these influencers and not know that we were all going to be pissed about getting less than what we already had years ago? They knew. They knew that was going to happen. So why did they raise all that publicity just to hurt the way that Americans perceive this? Because like I'm saying, because they did that, phase 2 comes out, half the people are going to pay attention. Because the other half is going to be like, yeah, it's probably nothing. It's probably going to be nothing just like it was last time. Because that's the way we're built. And they did that. Like, they're the ones that did that. They orchestrated it that way. So hopefully they really do release some real information that's worth looking into. It just sucks the way that they put it out there. Next up, South Carolina congressman proposes putting President Trump on the $250 bill. Now, as far as I know, we don't have a $250 bill. Not yet. But they're trying to make it a thing. Now, it's going to be interesting because 1, we'll have a $250 bill. 2, it'll have President Trump on it. And 3, he will be the only living president that is on American currency. And so that's a really neat thing. They're trying to put this together, and we'll see how it goes. We'll just leave it on there. I don't want to spoil the whole story. So either way, that's what's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Pam Bondi trying to reassure us that we're really going to get the documents we were promised. Russell, Bondi, and Cash are getting to the bottom of things. There's an information civil war going on. Yeah, it definitely seems that way. Guess I counted 61 videos logged into evidence. I wonder how they're going to release that stuff. I'll check it, Miss Jamie. Thank you for letting me know, and happy freedom to you. What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy freedom to you. Non-woke UFO files released them all. See, and I don't think I've seen President Trump being asked about UFOs. Not that I can remember. I don't remember him ever responding to UFO talk. And they didn't give us a lot of information about the drones. Maybe they're racist against flying things. I don't know if we're going to get the UFO files. We'll see. DCAT, and remember, Trump told us that he would release the documents to the American people. But what do we get? Get piecemeal? Well, you can actually get the documents. I think it was the DOJ on Twitter put a link out so you can download all the Epstein files that were released yesterday. You can have them yourself. And that's their way of, I guess, providing the American people with it. But not everybody has Twitter. And so I don't really understand why they do that. Like, why not direct everyone to the White House website to download it, where it feels a little bit more legitimate? Like, why is it just posted on Twitter? I don't know. That doesn't seem real legit there. Ms. Jamie, wonder what happened to the 8 a.m. deadline today where SDNY had to turn the docs over to Pam Bondi. I've been wondering that too, and there's no real information on it. But they were saying that they would have to redact them anyways. So they weren't going to turn them over and then they were just going to put them out. It's supposed to be turned over and then they're supposed to redact it. And then at some point we're supposed to get the files. But I haven't heard anything about it. I assume things went according to plan, but I don't really know. I don't know. Pumpkin, I wish I had been in the Oval Office today. Such fun. Yeah. Yep. We got all those videos coming up. DCAT, you should have done hooligan shirts for St. Patrick's Day. Nah, I thought about it, but anytime I do holiday shirts, no one buys one. Ghostly, I'll talk until proven otherwise. Yep. Sven, just from the Texas ranch? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Ball needs some cheeky chops up in the chat. Yeah, I assume he'll be popping in. B. Hendricks, the conservative influencers they gave access to weren't even upset that, wait a minute, that let alone pissed me off. Yeah, well, and that was the other thing, is they showed the people come out, they had the binders, and they were behaving kind of weird about it. Like celebrating and, oh, yay, here's the binders. But there was, there's nothing significant in there. And it's about a terrible thing. Like, the things that happened on Epstein Island were terrible. So, like, why are you out there like, whoa, look at my binder? And then a lot of people didn't release anything. They were just like, yeah, I got the binder. And they were taking selfies. They're like, look at me with my binder. I'm awesome. That's why I grabbed that video from, I can't even think of her name now. Something Wheeler. Lindsay, maybe it was Lindsay Wheeler, because she was like one of the first ones to actually put out a video that showed the documents and showed that they were all redacted and that there really wasn't anything that special in there. Most of them were just taking selfies and stuff. It was a clout binder. Yeah, Liz Wheeler. Yeah, Barbara. I swear, Ball, it was a clout binder. Their social media got boosted. So many people followed them. They're like, oh, you got a binder? Let me follow you. They're like, yeah, and they're taking pictures, taking showers with the binder. They were sleeping next to the binder. They used it to make content. They didn't even, like, a lot of them didn't even release it. And the ones that did release it, they put a big paragraph that was pre-wrote, and all of them put it out. And I don't know. It just looked like a giant psyop. Junk food. Zelenskyy sounds like an argument with a teenager today with Trump. Yeah, he was mad. He was pouting. I ain't seen pouting like that in the Oval Office before. Even little X was in the Oval Office with Elon, and he wasn't doing no pouting. He was telling the press to shut their mouth, but he wasn't doing any pouting. Leave it to Zelenskyy to act like a child. Snooks, no, I haven't seen that from him, man, since he joined the website. He wrote me back, though. He said everything was all good. What's up, Zero? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans. Like I said, we're going to get into this next video here. This is South Carolina congressman proposes putting President Trump on the $250 bill. Oh, dollar bill. I got a neighbor named Bill. We call him Dollar Bill. I don't know where he's from, but he's a cool guy. Either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube, and let's get into this.
And new tonight, could President Trump be the first living person printed on U.S. currency? 2nd District Congressman Joe Wilson is drafting legislation to direct the Bureau of Engraving and Printing to go ahead and design a $250 bill featuring President Trump. Take a look here at your screen. According to Wilson's policy advisor, the proposal will represent America's 250th anniversary next year and celebrate Trump's battle with inflation created by Biden. There is, however, a law that was passed back in 1866 that prevents any living person from appearing on U.S. currency. But Wilson's policy advisor also says that issue will be addressed in his bill.
Well, I think that's pretty interesting. I wonder if it'll be like a gimmick thing where it's only limited, or if this is just going to be the way things are. I guess we won't know until the bill is introduced, but I think it's a very interesting idea that we're going to come out with a $250 bill to celebrate 250 years of the U.S., and they're going to stick President Trump's face on it. And then I like how they're like, yeah, and it also has to do with inflation that was caused by Joe Biden. Like, they said it so clear and so close to the microphone. We're like, damn, somebody actually acknowledging the truth around here. Good stuff. Either way, next up we have President Trump smoking Zelenskyy in the White House. Zelenskyy sounds like a name of a weed, honestly. It's like you smoking some dank Zelenskyy. That was President Trump earlier today. Either way, we got a bunch of videos from the bilateral meeting. all the good stuff. We got all the good stuff. So it's coming up next. We're going to play a lot of them back to back. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about this $250 bill with President Trump on it. Russell, I think it'll be cool. I think so too. What's up, Cassie J? Happy freedom to you. Guess I missed the Zelenskyy video. Oh, we got it all coming up. We got every part of the excitement earlier. Matt Rogers, the left will use this to push their MAGA cult agenda. Yeah. Well, and the lefties, they're desperate right now. They are so desperate. They're losing on all fronts. Now, Sam, we're getting ready to play it next. It's Turbo. Strippers are going to love those. Collecting those Trump dollars. Mm-hmm. Ghostly, Zelensky's getting impeached right now. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know who's there to impeach him, though. He's throwing his youth to the machine. They're running the draft over there. So they're grabbing everybody with a wiener and throwing them into war. Non-woke and Trump we trust. Mm-hmm. I'll have to check it out, Ghostly. Thank you for letting me know. What's up, Screaming Eagle? Happy freedom to you. Happy he got a spanking from President Trump and JD Vance. Yep. And then he got sent on his way. MC, if it pisses libs off, I'm all for it. Absolutely. What's up, Hito? Happy freedom to you. Mary Todd, no, not worth it. Just make a coin. They might. I don't know. They're already doing away with pennies. I wonder how much longer we'll even have coins. What's up, Disco? Happy freedom to you. Rappy Zelenskyy looked like he was going to cry. Well, he's just a little guy. He's just a little fella. What's up, Nana? Happy freedom to you. Hito, did he even throw the ones that cut their wieners off into the machine? As far as I know. Disco, the L's are stacking up for the lefties. Yeah, and they don't know what to do about it. They lost their USAID, so now they're just twiddling their thumbs trying to figure it out. Ghostly, the penny thing still doesn't add up. Yeah, I don't know when they're gonna like implement that or make attempts at implementing it. They made a big deal about it, talking about it, but then it just got swept under the rug. We'll see. Canada did it, so maybe it'll happen here. Tony Rich, a stack of Dons. Yeah, if you can afford it. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. I think Bald was just asking about you. Bald, what'd you do? You go and say in the bathroom mirror, Cheeky Chops 3 times? I think you summoned him. Magazines, yeah, we need this bill at this point. Well, I'm sure we'll have follow-up videos if they still have to put in the bill and then tell us, what all it entails. Because like they said, there's already something on the books that says that a living president can't be on currency, which I don't know why they made that a rule, but that's, it's whatever. But they said it's going to be addressed. So I assume that'll be the next follow-up, is once they have more information on it. Cheeky Chops, are you going to send Snooks my food? Snooks is going to have to bring it to me. That's what's going to happen. What's up, Jim? Happy freedom to you. Paul, Agent O, help me summon Cheeky Chops. There you go. There you go. Team effort. Junk food, they're not going to be happy with Zelenskyy when he gets home. Yeah. Well, and I think it's interesting that they didn't talk about an election, because they were saying that they wanted him to hold an election for some sort of reason, and he didn't want to do it, and that was a problem. And I don't remember why it was a problem. And then they didn't even bring that up today. Yeah, Sam, he was crying hard. Happy freedom to you, Screaming Eagle. Zupia, Trump ordered all pennies to be discontinued. Whatever is in circulation is it, and at some point they will phase out. Well, we'll see how it goes. Everybody should hold on to their pennies, because then they'll have historic value. What's up, Ace? Happy freedom to you. Smokes, you crack me up. Who posted this, Sam? Now, I can't read it out loud because YouTube and Twitch is sensitive, but if you can read, then you'll be able to tell what this says, and it's a good one. Brussels, Zelenskyy suspended elections. Is it because he has the draft going right now? Matt Rogers, Zelenskyy canceled elections years ago. Oh, so they're not trying to get him to hold an election. They're trying to get him to, like, put the whole shit back into motion because it's been stopped. Zero, yeah, because of martial law. That's what I figured. SEPA ATM, America transfers money. Yeah, unfortunately. Haito, could the living president thing be because that's the things dictators do? Maybe a reach. Only thing I could think of that makes any sense, though. Yeah, Haito, that's what I was kind of thinking, too. That every time we get a new president, they'd be trying to come out with their own dollar bill. And so they just nipped that in the bud right in the beginning. So it makes me wonder, how are they going to try and put out a $250 bill for President Trump? Cosmic Squirrel, the spanking heard around the world. Mm-hmm. They had to sun him a little bit. What's up, Corey Luca? Happy freedom to you. Did you see the beloved KJP came out on the news? Paid off. Pfizer Fox had a clip of her. I did see. Snook sent me a video with her. I mean, we could play it. We could play it because we're running through this super quick, because I was intending on covering a press briefing that decided to not happen. So let me see if I can grab this really quick, because I did see KJP and her brain is still full of lies, which, you know, surprise, surprise. Let me see. It takes a second for these videos to load. Has something to do with YouTube. My YouTube, give my links. Well, if this is going to take too long, I might have to just go and find it on my own. Just a second. I'm find this KJP video. And it's Jesse Waters. YouTube is being really weird. I type stuff into the search bar and it won't show me anything. It tells me that the videos don't exist. I typed in KJP and I clicked enter and it was like, sorry, there's nothing on the entire YouTube platform that says KJP. Like, what do you mean? Like, nuh-uh. That's not true. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. Either way, KJP went on to some show and she was being interviewed, and she says that she hasn't watched the news since the inauguration, and that she's deprogrammed herself and a bunch of other stupid shit. I'm trying to find it really quick here. Come on, man. There it is. No, what the fuck? I found it, but then when I clicked it, stupid YouTube advertisement popped up. There we go. Holy shit. Can we not have links all over the player, YouTube? You want to, like, do something about that, you piece of shit? Anyways, like I was saying, I found the video now. This is titled, KJP claims Biden was very honest about his decline. Now, this video is only 15 hours old. I know it's weird to talk about Biden, but we've been wondering about KJP, and like I said, we only got so much left on the schedule, so we'll just do the thing really quick. Hit that like button if you got a like button, and let's get into this.
Trump made a new friend today.
It's good to know that the United Kingdom has a true friend in the Oval Office. We look forward to welcome you in the United Kingdom. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much. What a beautiful accent. I would have been president 20 years ago if I had that accent.
Thank you very much. Then they got down to business.
Mr. President, did our Prime Minister persuade you not to put tariffs on the UK?
He tried. He was working hard, I'll tell you that. He earned whatever the hell they pay him over there. I think we could very well end up with a real trade deal where the tariffs wouldn't be necessary.
Trump's doing everything Biden couldn't, and Biden seems okay with that. The golden age looks good on Joe. He was spotted at his favorite place, a train station, with the biggest smile we've seen since inauguration. Trump put the entire 24 Democrat dream team out of a job. Tim Walz is trying out a new career, stand-up comedy.
I know what you're thinking. More handsome in person.
But deep down, Tampon Tim can't get over the election. He still blames himself for the landslide.
Come on,
it's not
man.
all your fault, Tim. Your whole party blew it. And they're still trying to pick up the pieces. Ducey, our very own, gave Binder PTSD.
The job is already a cooker pressure. It's already incredibly difficult. And to be the first to add that on top of what a difficult job, some people have said, it's the hardest job in the White House. It's a hard job in whatever. People would say that to me.
Would you say that?
I would be like, yes, it is. Thank you. Thank you, it is.
After Binder saw Trump swear in, she threw her TV out the window.
The last time I've watched the news
Don't rub it in.
was January 20th when I was at the White House. I've not watched the news. I have really tried to focus on self-care. I have deprogrammed myself so that I could be a civilian again.
You can't deprogram us. We remember Biden wandering around lost, speaking gibberish, shaking hands with ghosts, and the Binder calling it all a cheap fake, remember? Trump doesn't stop talking to the press. Biden hid at a bunker. Can Binder explain that?
The president spoke to it himself. He was very honest. He was like, look, I don't speak as well as I used to. I don't move as well as I used to. He was very honest about what the American people were seeing. So he never hid from that. As far as it comes to interviews, look, this was a different media landscape. It really was. He wanted to talk about issues, and it was very hard to have interviews where we were able to talk about issues.
A different media landscape? Every reporter wanted to interview the president. Biden said no. Then he botched the debate and got cooed. Binder still's hurt over it.
There was a disconnect for me. What was happening with leadership in the Democratic Party, it was a firing squad, and I had never seen anything like it before. I'd never seen a party do that in the way that they did, and it was hurtful and sad to see that happening. A firing squad around a person who I believe was a true patriot. That was shocking. Shocking.
The hardest part of a coup is finding a good leader to replace the guy you backstabbed. Kamala, not the answer.
I talk to a lot of Democrats and a lot of people since I've been here at Harvard say, who the hell do I look to?
I actually don't have anybody that I'm going to call out or put out there. I'm not. But I think that it is important it doesn't matter if you're a governor, Congress, senator, a local elected official.
Former vice president.
Former vice president. I want to see many voices. I don't just want to see one. I want to see many who can lead us through this time.
Here's the problem with the Democrat voices. Nobody wants to hear them. While they figure themselves out, Roseanne has some advice. Let's listen. We are at the point where anyone identifying as a Democrat at this point should just be pointed at and laughed at. That's it. No more arguing. Just point and laugh. Tommy Lahrens, an Outkick.com host and host of 100 Days with...
All right. Anyways, that's our update on KJP, and I guess Old Man Walter was included on that. Yeah, they're still the same crooked people they were. KJP, she's lying to a smaller crowd these days, but still lying and making shit up and living in fear as they do. Old Man Walter, he still doesn't know what's going on, but that's all right. At least he's not pretending to be in charge of anything anymore. So anyways, that was our extra video there. I need to add that to the schedule. I have to remember to do that. Either way, like I said, next up we got the whole bilateral meeting. Well, we're not going to, it's not all in one clip, but we got all the fun stuff from earlier today, and it's all coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about KJP and Old Man Walter still being up to no good. Sam, Democrats are dumbasses. They are. They are. Ah, Snooks, yeah, I see. Zero low life. I know. Those new sound bites cook me. It's so funny. Russell, I put the D in Democrats. No, don't do that. That's how it falls off. You never know where they've been. Snooks, I'm not finding Trump live. Yeah, I don't see him live either. Zero cooker pressure. Yeah, she said she's under a lot of cooker pressure being the press secretary. All that cooker pressure. She's an idiot. What's up, Metal Mouth? Happy freedom to you. Metal Mouth. An Omaha man was sentenced to life imprisonment for selling fentanyl. Said that fentanyl killed a 4-year-old girl. Dude deserves to be in prison for life. Yeah, he does. Yep, that's terrible. Silver Wolf, shame, shame, shame. That's right. Shame her out of here. Miss Jamie, you don't miss her? I don't miss KJP either. I kind of miss Jen Balsacki. She was fun to make fun of. KJP was just a waste of time, though. DCAT, someone should tell KJP that she can't deprogram. Stupid. She's stupid for even saying that. I had to deprogram. Deprogram from what? Like, what does that even mean? Oh, I had to deprogram. You did a shit job. You weren't programmed to begin with. Pumpkin, did she say I'm a pad? She might have. You know, she's got girlfriends and stuff. What's up, JT3? Happy freedom to you. All that cooker pressure. She'd have failed the sobriety test if she'd have said that shit during that time. Didn't KJP actually get a drinking charge? I think she did. I think she got a DUI. She's like, listen, I'm just under a lot of cooker pressure. He's like, man, put your hands behind your back. You're going straight to jail. Well, I believed her until she started saying cooker pressure. Mm-hmm. What's up, Extra Bill? Happy freedom to you. Haito, I don't miss Circle Back. I just miss making fun of her. She isn't shit to Caroline Leavitt, though. Sir, I just noticed that the fire wasn't lit at the Zelenskyy presser. I didn't even think about that. Yep, you're right. Viola's schedule says right now he should be on the way to Florida. Yeah. Yep, because it's Friday. He won't be back to the White House till Monday, I assume. What's up, Mav? Happy freedom to you. Guess who? KJP can go work for MSNBC. Wait, they only hire... How do I even say? I guess black liberals to fire them. My bad. Yeah, things have changed over there. Well, at least for now. What's up, Pam? Happy freedom to you. Time travel, deprogramming from being brainwashed. I don't know. She still sounds brain dead. So I'm not sure what she thought she was deprogramming from. All that cooker pressure. Cosmic Squad, I love Roseanne. She's pretty hilarious. Cheeky Chop, she's mad. She is mad. She stays mad. She's going to die mad. It's her choice. She could let it go and stop being an idiot today. Haito, fair. I love those memes comparing her to Chucky. Yeah. Can't make fun of Caroline Leavitt. She's too good at her job. Oh, well, those are good problems to have. Well, like I said, we're going to get into these videos here. We got 4 or 5 of them related to the bilateral meeting earlier today where Zelenskyy was at the White House with President Trump and J.D. Vance. And he got cooked the whole time. He was getting smoked left and right from the moment he got out of the limousine or whatever he was in. He's probably in a Suburban now that I think about it. But as soon as he got to the White House, President Trump was already smoking him. He wasn't gonna make it. I knew as soon as I saw the first video he wasn't gonna make it. I got all this stuff in order. We're gonna play all these videos back to back, I believe. We'll see how it goes. But either way, before we get into it, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, that you should go check out the only Hooligan shop for cool custom hooligan items. Now, Alistair put this store together, and he has been making all of the items on the Hooligan shop, and he will continue to do so. And we got new stuff coming on the way. So definitely go check out what we got. Right now, we got Christmas ornaments. We got prints. We're going to have some chip clips coming pretty soon. And I think we're going to end up selling merch and stuff through the store as well, so we can have cheaper merch. Because right now, merch is as cheap as it can get. And I know it still seems expensive, but I have everything marked up 50 cents. So when you see those prices on the merch store, just know it's not about profit when it comes to that. It's about having cool-ass items to wear out in public to let them know you got that hooligan pride in you. Either way, go check out the only Hooligan shop for cool custom hooligan items. We're going to get into this first video here. Here, let me get these up. I'm going to get these all pulled up because there's like 5 of them. Let me see. Gotta go find a link really quick. Now, hopefully they didn't cut this video, which happens every once in a while.
To see.
Alright, I think I got it. Just a moment. Like I said, I got like 5 or 6 videos. I had to make sure we got all the funny stuff, and there was so much funny stuff. So that's just the deal. Either way, this first video here is President Trump greets President Zelenskyy at the White House.
Ready close? How are you? Ready shut?
He's all dressed up today.
President Trump, what's your message to Vladimir Putin, sir? President Trump.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Like I said, he got smoked as soon as he got to the White House. President Trump's like, he's all dressed up today. He ain't wearing anything he doesn't wear any other day. Just smoked him right out of the gate. Now this second one here is going to be from Brian, who used to be a part of Right Side Broadcasting. Now I guess he's a part of another news crew. But Brian here was asking, let me see where we at. Brian asked Zelenskyy, do you own a suit?
Second question. My second question for President Zelenskyy. Do you ever? Why don't you wear a suit? Why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest level in this country's office, and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if you do. You own a suit?
Yeah, problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not respecting.
I don't
the
have
dignity
such.
of this office.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish.
Okay.
Yes, maybe. One.
Maybe something like
yours, yes.
Maybe
something better. I don't know. We will see. Maybe something cheaper than Thank you. Thank you for
second question.
So he gets there. President Trump smokes him. He's like, oh, you all dressed up today. And he's like, yeah, whatever. Then they finally sit down. They barely get started. Brian's like, hold up. Why don't you wear a suit, man? He's like, I got problems. He's like, a lot of people got problems. And then Zelenskyy was referring to it as a costume. At least that's what it sounded like he was saying. I don't know if that's a normal thing. I own a suit, I suppose. I've only worn it once, but either way, he was like, maybe when I ain't got problems, I'll wear suits. But until then, I'm just going to be dressed up like this. I don't know. He didn't look real impressed with that. Either way, this here is all the funny stuff that you guys all been waiting on. This is bilateral meeting with Trump and J.D. Vance, and Zelenskyy loses self-control during the meeting here. Now, go hit the like button over on Rumble as well as the CommiTube, and let's get into this.
Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
That.
You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
this. You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not
cards.
Playing cards.
Right now, you don't. Yeah, you're playing cards. You're playing cards.
Serious.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once? This entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country is in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No.
Can
You've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning.
I know.
You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you, through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment, and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave, but they had to use our military.
What about West?
If you didn't have our military equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell
you
you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of times thank you to American people.
Except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't, please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go, and I wanted this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
Doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what
that
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means. It
That was
wasn't
with
you.
a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person.
But this
That
is
was
your-
with,
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice President. I'm sorry, here.
It's going to be a tough deal to make, because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you
but
saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden, because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is, I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh? This is going to be great television, I will say that. All right. We'll see what we can do about putting it together. Thank you.
Guys, come on, let's go. We'll see. I don't know. All right, guys, come on. Wait, hey, come on. Guys, come on. Let's move, please.
Okay, so that is the bilateral meeting, but it's not done yet. We still got more. There's still more to it. So at that point, right, I understand why Zelensky's mad, right? He said he already had a ceasefire deal with Russia, and Russia didn't honor it, not at any step of the way, right? So it's pretty understandable. He doesn't want a ceasefire. He wants a deal. That's the whole thing he's mad about. Where he fucked up was when he said, yeah, everything's all great now, but in the future, you're going to feel it. He's like, you got nice water and ocean and beaches and stuff now, but in the future, you'll feel it. Like he's threatening us. That's where he fucked up. And they just started eating him alive. And there wasn't anything he could say or do. All we know for sure is he doesn't have the cards. Okay? He don't have the cards. Now, what was supposed to happen is first of all, they were supposed to do that like 2 hours earlier than they actually did it. But when they did get around to doing it, and they didn't show that live, that was a pre-recording that they played live, but it wasn't live when they showed it, so that's another thing I'm not real happy about. But either way, when it was done, they were supposed to go to dinner. Then they were supposed to hold a press conference where it was going to be just like with the guy from UK that we covered yesterday or the day before, where they go and speak in front of all the reporters, not in the Oval Office, but out in the East Room, which is a big room, and all of that. That did not happen. President Trump called it off, canceled the dinner. The staffers are going to eat the dinner or the lunch or whatever, and Zelenskyy had to leave. So instead of the conference, this happened. This is titled, President Trump kicks Ukrainian President Zelenskyy out of the White House after intense meeting.
Yeah, I just went up to the press area to get an understanding of what we're watching. This is what I was told. The president has kicked Zelenskyy out of the White House. His delegation right now is telling him that he's got to go home. The president felt disrespected. Officials in the room felt that beyond the language barrier that we've heard some discussion about, Zelenskyy's body language, shrugging and eye rolling, was ungrateful, disrespectful, and the president feels that Zelenskyy is not ready for peace, and he can come back when he's ready to talk about peace, but he's not in that position right now, and Zelenskyy is being told he's got to go. The lunch that they were supposed to have is sitting right outside the hallway, and the press staffers are going to be eating that lunch. This is really pretty incredible. We see the
Jackie,
SUV,
hang on with us one
Zelenskyy's
moment.
SUV.
If you look to your left, you're going to see him. Let's watch.
Mr. President, is the deal off? President Zelenskyy, can you tell us what happened?
Okay, so then the reporters were there yelling at him, hey, is the deal off, and all of that. So right after that happened, President Trump released a statement on Truth Social. It says, a statement from the President Donald J. Trump. We had a very meaningful meeting in the White House today. Much was learned that could never be understood without conversation under such fire and pressure. It's amazing what comes out through emotion, and I have determined that President Zelenskyy is not ready for peace if America is involved, because he feels our involvement gives him a big advantage in negotiations. I don't want advantage, I want peace. He disrespected the United States of America in its cherished Oval Office. He can come back when he is ready for peace. So that's what happened today during the bilateral meeting there, and it was quite eventful, as you could see. And that's the whole sandwich right there. Like I said, 4 or 5 videos got the job done. It's hilarious, but at the same time, he's acting like a child. And I think, again, I kind of see why he's doing that, because he doesn't feel the ceasefire is good enough, because he already did that song and dance and it didn't work. President Trump's like, I don't give a shit. I promised to end the war. This is going to end the war. If you don't want to die, you better just do the thing. Otherwise, Putin's probably going to kick your ass. And, you know, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure we'll have follow-up videos. I mean, unless something bad happens. But either way, next up we have the body cam footage showing police fatally shooting the J6er Matthew Huddle. Now, we had covered a couple weeks ago that there was a J6er that was shot and killed by a deputy during a traffic stop. They didn't know what the traffic stop was about. They said that he had a gun, but they didn't really describe what that meant. They said he resisted arrest. They didn't describe why or what that looked like. Then they said that the officer shot and killed him, and they didn't really know what caused him to be prompted to do that. But there was a J6er dead, and the comments were full of people praising that action. Now the body cam footage has finally come out, so we finally have a follow-up video with this. And it has cleared up all the questions, but it is an unfortunate event. And I don't think we'll have much of a follow-up after this. But this video is coming up next. There is going to be portions of it that I can't show, but I can allow the audio to play because you're not allowed to show guns on live streams. It's different if you upload a video to YouTube, then you can go ahead and show it. But when you're live, you cannot show people using firearms. It's against community guidelines on just about every platform because of self-deletion. Right? Nobody wants to see that live. The platforms worry about it, so I can't show you guns. But you're going to see the majority of the video, and you're not going to miss anything important. I'll describe everything to you, so don't you worry. You ain't going to miss anything. Anyways, that's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Zelenskyy acting like a little baby. What's up, Captain Seamus? Happy freedom to you. Zero running. He was. Run, run, run. There's pictures of him on the phone when he got into the SUV, and everyone's speculating who he was calling and what he was saying. I assumed he was calling Biden to tell him he missed him. That's what I came up with. Russell, playtime's over. Go home. Yep. Zero, get out. He found out the hard way. Sam, no lunch for Zelenskyy. Yep, he had to leave hungry and crying. Russell, Zelenskyy has Napoleon syndrome. I think so too. He's only 4 foot tall, so you know. Guess he got owned. He did. Zero, make a deal or we're out. Well, he's finding out the hard way. Russell, JD has balls like Trump. Yeah, he was letting him have it. And he didn't really have to. He was just trying to back up President Trump. President Trump was saying, you know, he wants to make a deal and these are all of his plans. And then JD Vance got on board and was like, yeah, he's trying to use diplomacy. He's not trying to be a hard ass. He's not telling, you know, Putin, hey, you do what we say or else. Instead, he's trying to work out a deal. And Zelenskyy didn't like that. Zelenskyy wants things to go his way because he needs more drug money. And he ain't going to get no drug money if we end the war. He needs to figure out a way to prolong what's happening so he can keep getting drug money from us. It's not going to work. President Trump's done with that bullshit. So it's not Biden anymore. Sam, Biden was a dumbass. Yeah, and Zelenskyy was playing him. Russ, I'm glad this was televised. Me too. Josh 1776, Russia media is going to love this. Yeah. I think tomorrow's going to be interesting. What is this, guess some? I can't even show this on the live. Holy hell. You know you want it? No, I don't. I want to cry. Holy. Snooks, the best thing Zelenskyy can do is flee Ukraine and the war will stop. I don't know if that's the case. I think if he fled Ukraine, Zelenskyy or Putin would just take it. Matt Rogers, he was calling the pilot to say, start the plane. We're leaving now. I think you're right, Matt. Kevin Seamus, Zelenskyy is our puppet. We put him there, but he forgot. We could take him out. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is he is begging for help, begging for money, and then shows up and starts talking like that. So, Pumpkin, it was so good. I agree. What's up, bullshiz? It is Pisces season. You are right. What's up, Janet? Happy freedom to you. Janet, Zelenskyy before that was showing propaganda and JD was pissed about that. Zelenskyy is used to pushovers, but this is Big Daddy Trump. Yeah, and he found out. He found out. Non-woke Zelenskyy still thinks he's dealing with the potato. Well, now he knows. Thank you, Stoner. Appreciate the birthday wishes. Tony Rez, before he got in the SUV, he said, I'm not suicidal. I don't think that's what he said, but I did see Hillary lurking in the bushes there. What's up, Information Warlord? Happy freedom to you. Pumpkin, he'll come crawling back. He might, but Ghostly was saying he's getting impeached right now, so I'm going to have to find information about that. We'll see how it goes. President Trump said he can come back when he learns, when he's ready for peace, learn some manners. Tony Rez, crazy times for the Z-Man. I think you're right. Screaming Eagle, bye, bitch. He felt it on the way out. What's up, Winston? Happy freedom to you. No more free lunch for Zelenskyy. I know, and then they gave it to the staffers. They're probably all giggling while they were eating his lunch. Viola, when it first started, I was thinking, we got 2 TV actors. This should be good. Well, it was. Cashflow, I feel like he made threats and he was so disrespectful on our soil. I think he forgot whose territory he was on or was in. Yeah, Cashflow, and that's what I think too. He shouldn't have been like, you know, you guys are fine now, but in the future you'll feel it. What? Dude, you're the shortest person in the state right now. Like, you understand we got guns here. You can't come over here and just start talking like that. Just an average citizen could take you out. Like, nah, buddy. Don't come over here and start threatening us. That's messed up. Hey, I'm here for money. I need some help. But you know in the future you're going to be feeling the pain. Nah, that's not the way to do things. That is no way to do things. What's up, Blue Ruby? Happy freedom to you. Z is done. So disrespectful and so stupid. I agree. What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Lisa? Mav, give him no money and wait till he comes crawling back. Yeah, that's how crackheads are. What's up, Killer J? Happy freedom. Bounce, bitch. I know. He was crying. You know he cried in the car. Magic Moon, what did a reporter ask? Ball. Oh my God. I don't want to think about that. Hillary Clinton, she's one of the scariest boogeymans out there. Pam. Oh yeah, it was Brian, who used to be with Right Side Broadcasting, that asked him about his suit. But when he first got there, President Trump was like, oh, you're all dressed up, while he was wearing the same outfit he's always worn since he's ever came here. What's up, Firmus? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Teasel? What's up, ACB? Happy freedom to you. Trump just said that Zelenskyy wanted to come back. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. What's up, Dictum? Happy freedom to you. Dictum, someone said that the woman cringing was the UKR ambassador to the US. Yeah, I did see that, but I don't know who that woman is. What's up, Swedish? Happy freedom to you. Agent 48, I don't know what you're talking about. What's up, Wayward? Happy freedom to you. Zero, he's panicking now. Trump needs to just walk away and not take his calls. He's going to have to put the phone on silent. Turbo, put his ass in timeout for a few days. Yep. What's up, Mike T? Happy freedom to you. Mike T, if he does show up in a suit, he got the memo. Could you imagine if Zelenskyy came back and his hair was all greased back and he had a nice little suit on and stuff? I mean, he'd still be 4 feet tall. There ain't nothing that's going to change that. Even if he put Ron DeSantis' shoes on, he'd still be 4 feet tall. But at least he, he'd be using his brain a little bit there. Lisa, Trump said, yeah, Trump, when Zelenskyy got out of the car, President Trump was like, oh, you're all dressed up. And he's obviously not. Yeah, Ball, he got sunned. He did. What's up, Gingeroo? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward. This is our final news video of the day, but we got fun stuff coming up. Now, like I said, there's going to be a portion of this video because it's body cam footage of a J6er getting shot. I'm not going to be able to show you him actually being shot, which should be fine, okay? You shouldn't want to see things like that. But either way, you're going to see the majority of it, and you're going to be able to hear all of it. There's nothing graphic that you're going to hear. I just can't show you what's happening. Even though it's blurred out, I can't show it because you can see the firearm, and I cannot show firearms on the live because of YouTube and Twitch. And I can't wait till Saturday to show this because it was just released last night. And so we don't cover old news around here unless it's really hilarious or it's some guy smoking a pedophile. That's always worth covering. But in this situation, this is this is our follow-up video here. It's body cam footage showing police fatally shooting the J6er Matthew Huddle. Now, like I said, there's going to be, at the end here, there's going to be a spot where I flip the screen. You're not going to be able to see the video, but you will be able to still hear it. It's going to be at the very end, but you'll be able to see everything that happens. Now, just a follow-up here. When we originally found out that the J6er was shot and killed by the deputy, we didn't know why he was being pulled over. We didn't know how they knew he had a gun. We didn't know how he resisted arrest or why he resisted arrest, and we don't know what caused the officer to shoot and kill him. Those questions will all be answered in this video, and you're not going to see anything graphic, so don't worry about it. Let's go ahead and get into this, but first, go hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
70 and a 55. Any reason for going that fast today?
Sir, I'm just keeping up with traffic.
Okay, fair enough. You got your license and registration on you?
Can I put in park?
Yeah. Where you coming from today?
Church and my mom's cemetery.
Okay.
I just want to let you know that I'm a January 6th defendant.
What do you mean?
I stormed the Capitol. I'm waiting on my pardon.
Really?
Yeah, and I can't really afford to get in any trouble right now.
Okay, I understand.
Okay.
I understand.
I am driving without a license right now.
Okay, so why are you doing that then? Okay, so today you're getting off as a verbal warning for the speed. However, you're a habitual traffic violator.
I know.
Which means that you are at a felony status for driving while suspended. So today you are going to come with me.
Look, I can't.
You're going to have to, okay? You're going to come with me today, all right?
No, I can't go to jail for this, sir.
You're going to have to come.
Can I get a ride?
No.
Are you sure? I'll violate my...
Just listen to me, okay? Number one, it's a felony offense. There's no leeway with felonies in the state of Indiana. Now, maybe if it was a misdemeanor offense, I could work something out with you, but it's not a misdemeanor. It's a felony offense. Okay? So that's why I can't work with you today with it. Okay? I understand your circumstances, but you understand that you can't drive. Okay? So your driving has resulted into this situation. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do, all right, is I'm going to put your information right here for a sec. I want you to turn around and put your hands on it. Don't you do it, honey. No.
I'm shooting myself.
No. Put your...
Okay, so that is the newly released body cam footage. He was shot and killed January 26, 2025. I believe he was in Indiana. Yeah, that's what the license plate says, is Indiana on it. And I wrote the details down because it is kind of hard to hear. He was pulled over because he was going 70 and a 55, which shouldn't have been doing that. He, let me see. He received a warning for speeding. So he was doing 15 over the speed limit. And at that speed, you can get attempted manslaughter or something like that. You can get a really high crime for being more than like 10 or 15 miles over the speed limit. But instead, he gave him a warning. But because he's a habitual offender or traffic offender, it became a felony. It's because he was driving with a suspended license, and this must have happened a couple times. He shouldn't have been doing that. He went to grab a gun to delete himself. Now, you may not have been able to hear it in the video because the way it sounds, but in the video, He goes to leap into the car, and when the officer comes after him, he says, "I'm going to delete myself." And he's reaching on the floorboard of the passenger seat to grab a firearm. Now, the officer decided to smoke the guy. Now, that's a really hard situation because you don't smoke somebody who's threatening to smoke themselves, right? That's no way to handle things. But at the same time, what if the guy had a change of heart? What if he grabbed that gun and just turned around, right? Officer would be dead. The officer, I think, was handling the thing fine. He seemed kind. He didn't have to be, right? Officers can be dicks. He seemed like he was being positive. He was being balanced. He wasn't being rough. He was working with the guy. He was giving way more information than most officers give. He was trying to tell him, like, hey, buddy, I would work with you, but you were speeding and driving on a suspended license, which you've done habitually, and now you've committed a felony, and I already gave you a break on the speeding, and, like, you know what I mean? The officer was working with him. And so this, I feel, is a really hard situation. The guy was making bad choices. He ended up getting mixed up with the law. The officer was, I think, being fair. And when it came down to it, there was a lethal situation, and it resulted in Matthew Huddle's death. Right? He was killed by the officer. And that's all I can really come to the conclusion of this, is I don't think there was any winners here. I don't think it was the officer's fault that he died. I mean, obviously, the kinetic energy, right? Obviously. But I don't think the officer pulled him over looking to murder this guy. I just don't think so. So that is all the news I have for you guys today. We are going to be covering our fun stuff next. We're going to be opening today's door from the Advent calendar that was sent to us by Josh1776. And then we will be getting through our 2 funny videos of the day. First one's titled, "Get Out Little Fella." And our official funny video of the day is the new FAFOEO. All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about this J6er being shot and killed by a deputy. Zero, what sucks is he would have been out in a few days. Well, I don't know. If he's being charged with a felony, he could have went back for 6 months. He could have went and did a year. Like, it's hard to say. But what I will say is, if you see this video, do not go in the comments. Do not go into the comments. Anywhere where this body cam footage is posted, every single comment is celebrating this. And it's not necessarily, right? I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say it's not necessarily because people enjoy watching people get murdered in video. I think it's because the news told the whole country that J6ers are terrorists, that they are insurrectionists, and that they're just inherently evil, right? So this deputy killed this J6er, and literally every single comment is people praising the officer and celebrating the death of a J6er. So do not go in the comments or you will be fighting with people because they're ignorant assholes. And I will just say that because I haven't found that video yet that didn't have people just hooping and hollering about it. So anyways, what's up, Hair Juice? What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Breeze by you? Happy freedom to you. Zero, this will be seen as a justified shooting. Yeah, I think so. Captain Seamus, 25 plus becomes endangerment. I see. I knew there was a number up there. You go too fast over the speed limit, you're not worried about points on your license anymore. You're now facing felony charges. Zero, I hope the dog's okay. This is so awful. Yeah, and I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he did have a dog in the back seat there. Zero, habitual traffic offender. That's awful. I've never even heard of that. I've never heard of that before. I'm not saying it's not a true thing. I don't know anybody who drives illegal like that. And people who drive illegal here in Michigan, they don't never seem to get caught. I pay for my insurance and shit because I can't get away with anything. I can't get away with nothing. But everybody else seems to be able to. So I pay all that shit. But I got buddies that all pay for their stuff. I don't personally know anyone anymore that drives illegally. So I've never even heard of a habitual traffic offender. Matt Rogers, if he wouldn't have said that he was a J6er, it would have been reported as just another police shooting. Yes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if they didn't know that he was a J6er, we probably wouldn't even know that this happened. The reason it got so big is because he was a J6er and because people are celebrating the death of him because they think he's a terrorist. And obviously he's not a terrorist. And that's the media's fault. That's the media's fault for making people believe that stuff and think that way. To tell them that these people who were basically trespassing that one day in January, that they're all a bunch of big scary terrorists and stuff. And now they think this is a good thing. It's not a good thing. It's terrible on both ends. No, I appreciate you, Nana. Shroomish, don't commit a crime while committing a crime. Yeah. Dud, my uncle was habitual for this as well because he was an alcoholic and kept losing his license. Yeah, I could see that, Dudden. That's why most people drive illegally here. Same exact reason. It's because they got busted with alcohol so much and they don't have a license anymore, but they still got places to go. High toe, too slow can get you pulled over too. My grandma was pulled over for driving too slow. I remember thinking that was totally fake, but nah, it's real. In Michigan, you get 1 mile an hour leeway. You drive 56 or 54 in a 55, you are susceptible to being pulled over. It used to be like 5, now it's 1 mile an hour. I don't know. I keep that cruise control. Screaming Eagle killed for a traffic ticket. Well, I think he was going to end up going back to jail. And I want to say that there was some information out there. There was like news articles and stuff when they were initially reporting that he was shot by a deputy, that he had made statements openly. I don't know if it was on social media or family members said this, but he was saying he was never going back to jail, that he was never going to be locked up again. And so when he found out he was going back to jail, that's when he risked it all. Extra Bill, in my opinion, his whole world crumbled. He knew if busted again, it was life inside. He just buried his mom. Dude was in a bad place in life. Yeah, I agree, Extra Bill. Puffin Stuff, I had 19 tickets before I got my license at 18. That's crazy, Puffin Stuff. Breeze by you, the mainstream media people need to be held accountable for all the bullshit they spew on the daily. I agree, but they're not going to use this as an example to do it. Like I said, the majority of people who see this are celebrating it because they don't understand. Like all of us, we were sitting here on J6 covering it. Some of you might have been closer than the screen, but all of us were sitting here covering this. And we covered it all day. From early in the morning till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning the next day. Like we covered 17 hours of this or something like that. We know they ain't terrorists and all that crap. So when the news came out and started lying about these people, we were immune to it because we had already seen it. Everybody else is like, release the footage. We were like, fuck, we covered it. We covered it live. You don't have to release shit. We already know. But look how they affected the normies. And that's why I'm always bitching about the current White House schedule. And I'm telling you, the way things look, and on top of the blue news barking at normies, telling them, you know, Orange Man bad, I'm keeping a couple steps ahead to see like how are the normies going to react to lives not being live from the White House. One press briefing a week from Caroline Leavitt, but she does 6 pressers from the parking lot. You know, the way that looks to normies doesn't look good. And then you got blue team spewing propaganda. Normies are really susceptible to propaganda, and you can tell by the comment section of that body cam footage right there. I worry about that stuff. Cashflow, the cop could have at least pointed his gun without unloading on him. Now, if he would have brandished the gun, I see him getting shot. Yeah, And I mean, you know, it was a quick situation. He had papers in his hands, and I'm sure he was grabbing handcuffs with the other hand because he was like, I'm going to set your papers here, but you need to put your hands behind your back, which makes me believe his other hand either had cuffs or he was reaching for cuffs. The J6er sprinted off. The guy's like, I don't know what he's going to do. He might hop in the car and leave. He might go in the car and grab a weapon and shoot me and kill me. You know, so the officer reacted and stuff. Because you could say the same thing about a taser. He could have pulled a taser and disarmed him before he was able to do anything. But it was such a quick situation that if he was a criminal, he might have turned around and shot the officer and killed him. And so when you got those, you know, point blank moments there where you got 2 seconds to use your brain, what are you going to do? You know, it's a bad situation. Viola, poor puppy in the back seat. Yeah, for sure. Teasel had a roommate that had insurance and killed someone, and he was sued beyond his insurance and had to pay for the rest of his life. Don't have insurance, don't drive, sorry to say. Yeah, don't make bad choices. You know, really think about what you're going to do before you do it. Like he said, he was leaving the cemetery and was going home. If he'd have had a ride, none of that would have happened. He was driving on a suspended license, and he knew that. He was speeding, and he knew that. You know, like, he shouldn't have made those choices. But obviously, he was having a hard time. He was going through a lot. SJ, the government destroyed these people's lives. Absolutely. They absolutely did. Imprisoned them way beyond any deserving amount. And then when they release them, they pretty much put targets on their back. And that's after the news had portrayed them as terrorists. Hold on. Portrayed them as terrorists for the last 2-3 years or however long it's been at this point. What's up, Blonde Beard? Happy freedom. What's up, Scott Johnson? Happy freedom to you. Hair juicer, let me see. No, I don't know what you're saying, hair juicer. Done in that situation, just kick his elbow and knock the pistol out of his hands. Well, I'm sure the officer wishes that would have gone differently. You know, I'm sure the officer wasn't like, yeah, another notch on my belt. You know, having to kill another person isn't something that most people want to have to do regardless. That's why a lot of times when you see a violent interaction like that and somebody's being attacked and you have to hurt that person because they're trying to hurt you, and then after that person is hurt, they immediately start helping them. Or like blaming them, like, why did you make me do that? Why did you make me do that? Because they don't want, like most people don't want to commit violence against another person. They usually get put in a position where they have to, like the officer. He thought his life was in danger. Maybe his life was in danger. And he smoked the guy, and then I'm sure he felt terrible about it. It's not like he wanted to. I'm sure when he woke up that day, he wasn't like, yeah, I'm going to smoke me a J6er. You know, so I mean, yeah, like hindsight's 2020. Looking back, he probably wish he did some Jackie Chan stuff and prevented the guy from grabbing the firearm, and everybody would have lived that day, and nobody would have to have a death on their conscience. But you never know when you get in these couple second, you know, back and forths and stuff. So I don't know. It's just a bad situation. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Metal Mouth, who else is baffled by the circumstances behind Gene Hackman's death? It's weird that nobody was talking about that today. It was all over the news yesterday, but there was nothing. I didn't see anything about that today. It is very strange, but I don't know anything about the actor, his situation, or any of that stuff. Ball. I had a friend who kept getting DUI without ever having a license, kept stealing his mom's car drunk, got so many slaps on the wrist, took ramming officers' vehicles to put him away for a few years. Yeah, Ball, there's a woman that lives around here that is the same way. She hit somebody while drunk driving and paralyzed them, put them in a wheelchair for life. And I don't even think she got probation. She got fines or something like that. Maybe community service or something. Then she smoked somebody doing like 30 over the speed limit, again, drunk driving, and killed the guy, but she launched him through the air like 15 feet or 15 yards or something like that before his body hit the ground. He hit the ground so hard his body became dismembered. And even then, they gave her a plea deal. And I'm like, this is bullshit. If she was a dude, the first charge would have been prison time. But because she's a girl, and the way the courts are here, they let it fly. And it's like, you could have put her away when she paralyzed somebody. Now there's a dead person because of it. And the person had kids and all this other stuff. They were leaving a store and were walking across the street, and she popped up over the hill and just ran him over and just kept going. She didn't stop after she hit him. And they ended up finding out it was her because they caught her on camera. And it's like, it's so bad. It's so bad. People need to pay attention. Don't make bad choices. Everybody will survive. Anyways, let's get into the fun stuff and leave the worries of the world behind, because there's always more news. Next up, we're going to be opening today's door from the advent calendar that was sent to us by Josh1776. And like I said, we got 2 funny videos of the day. But first, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you would like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use that Linktree link in the description in order to make donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. All right, let's crack open today's door of the advent calendar that was sent to us by Josh1776. Today is day 16 out of 24. Let's see what we get today. Also, we will be doing the voice chat right after the live today for all of you hooligans over on the website, because I'm figuring you're probably typing that in the chat right now. Oh, we got Jack. And he's styling too. Badass. Thank you, Josh1776. I appreciate you. These are so cool. All right, let's get into the funny videos here. Let me get these things pulled up. Come on, man. Is this it? This has got to be it right here. Gotta be. All right, this first one's titled, "Get Out, Little Fella."
Get him out of here!
Yes. I mean, that's pretty much what happened. You know, that wasn't even satirical at this point. Anyways, we're going to get into our official funny video of the day.
This executive...
Yep. This is titled, "The New FAFO-EO."
This executive order is the fuck around and find out order, also known as the FAFO. This order is for everyone who fucked around and will now find out.
Hold it. This is a good one. Is everybody listening?
Yep. All right, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm going to drop this Linktree link in all the chats. We're going to read through, and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. All right, there's the Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7. And we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there in the chat while watching the live. You'll have access to Hooligans Alley. You'll have access to the forums. You'll have access to the arcade. And you will also have access to our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats that gives you the ability to text each other, call each other, video call each other, group texting, group calling, group video calling, and more. jeffmaclive.com is the place to be and the home of the Hooligans. So definitely go get yourself a membership. Like I said, we're going to read through and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. Oh, thank you for being here, Breeze by You. Yeah, Russell, we're going to be doing the voice chat here in a little bit. Russell, the FAFO is the best order. I agree. Josh 1776, well, good luck on your exam. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. I really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. It says, just got here. It was gold watching Trump and Vance roast the little cokehead grifter Zelenskyy today. You're right, Patriot Dad. We played all of that stuff. It's good stuff. He got smoked, but he signed up for it. He shouldn't have been what sounded like making threats to us. That's where he crossed the line. Hey, thank you for being here, Too Old to Care. Thank you, Stoner. Hey, thank you for being here, Viola. Master Voltaire, hell yeah. Zelenskyy thought he could threaten Trump. Yeah, well, he found out that's not how things work over here. Zelenskyy, yeah, Teasel. What's up, Salty Ragu? Happy freedom. Anthony, don't mess with Trump. Yeah, I think the message is loud and clear at this point. All right, Hooligans. It's that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, did the thing. We're going to read through one last time just to make sure no hooligans were left behind, but we are going to be wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. I'll be keeping an eye out for Caroline Leavitt in case she's going to do a press briefing. And I'll be keeping an eye on President Trump's schedule just in case they decide to go live tomorrow. So definitely look forward to that. Like I said, we're going to read through and we're wrapping her up. Salty Ragu, who got mud on my boots? I'm blaming Hair Juicer. The Hair Juicer did it. Trump did it, you know. You just rapping today, guess, son? I'm gonna have to make you some beats. Breeze by You, no more kissing his ass, the little weasel. Yep. Hey, thank you for being here, Captain Seamus. Thank you, Pumpkin. Much love to you. Patriot Dad, the boss is back. That's right. That's what we voted for. That's right, Nana. Play ball. Bill Clay, that's why we voted for Trump. Yep, exactly. That is exactly why I voted for President Trump. Thank you, Cerebrus. Thank you, Tony Rich. Nah, I tried, Daniel. Thank you for being here. Magic Moon, he continually talked over Trump. Yeah, he did. He did. Well, he tried. He tried. They started shutting him down after a little while. Thank you, Matt Rogers. Guess I'm damn. I hate weasels. Yeah, those Ukrainian ones. You know, they keep coming back with their hand out. What's up, Ramiro? Happy freedom to you. No, I ain't hitting no freestyle right now. Thank you for stopping in, though. All right, hooligans, I think we're good to go. Like I said, if you're over on the website, we are going to be doing the voice chat in probably like 30 minutes or something like that. About 7 o'clock, we'll get started. That's the plan, at least. If I don't see you over on the website, I will see you tomorrow for Free Speech Saturday, which means there's no YouTube tomorrow and no Twitch because we don't want to put up with their community guidelines during Free Speech Saturday. So make sure you use that Linktree link in the description in order to make your way to a free speech platform. We will be live on Kick, Rumble, X, and jeffmaclive.com tomorrow for Free Speech Saturdays, Coffee with Hooligans. And realizing that means we're not going to have a press briefing tomorrow. White House is not going to be live tomorrow. I was thinking it was a weekday, and I was wrong. And I'm not too big of a macho man to admit that. So, anyways, we will have Free Speech Coffee with Hooligans tomorrow. Be on the correct platforms. I will send out notifications, so you'll probably still get a YouTube notification. Twitch isn't going to do shit. Twitch will be dead tomorrow. But if I don't see you tomorrow, and I don't see you tonight for the voice chat, I will see you Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time for Coffee with Hooligans. All right, I think we're good to go. I think I had said everything I need to say. Either way, go have a fantastic night. Make sure you get some food. That's what I need to do really quick. And have a good weekend if I don't see you tomorrow. I think that's everything. Either way, I appreciate all of you guys being here. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans. And I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support. And I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.